Hey, welcome. All my right things. Glad to thank you for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab. Why I do what I do in the wee hours of the morning for you. I'm a little caught between situations here, but let's get this party started. I got a good one for you. Had to give disclosure to my pastor and my church family for this one. Understand that. Let's go. Writers in 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Message is a story for life. I give life lessons. I keep it real. I'm not changing. I'm going to tell you the truth as I know it. So let's go forward. Rightism. Right thinking. Right thinking. Mission. And I'm on it. No tongue tie right now. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate youth and all individuals to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. This is all lessons. This is all to teach. Right thinking is a way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My goal is to get all my right thinkers, churchgoers, Christ followers to know thyself. Don't care what faith you follow. I just want you to know yourself as you're following. I ain't trying to change your followership, just your knowledge of what you're doing. Okay? Know thyself. Again, a person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's what I do on a day-to-day basis. Take turn. I got you. You know the deal. A person who knows not and believe that they know, this is for you. Religious, dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my be true. I had to get the disclosure before I started. Talk to a pastor, let him know I'm about to brush on the side of the head. No offense, but just stay down. Duck. This is not friendly fire. Well, it's friendly fire, so all my friends, duck down. Right thinkers, let's talk about spirituality versus religion. In the words of Bernie Mac, who you with? Let's start off with spirituality is having knowledge of God. Gnosis, knowing. Through personal experience, aka they call it the mystical experience. I call it the but God moment. They call it nihas, spiritual awakening, anointment, Christhood, Horushood, whatever you want to call it. That's what spirituality is about, reaching that level. Religion, on the other hand, aka belief system, they want you to just believe what they tell you, and they give you dogma and commandments to follow. I'm just laying it out there. Now, Maya, ancient Egyptian philosophy, also known as what my up-to-date modern version is right thinking philosophy, teaches you what? How to know God with what? Spiritual truth, aka God knowledge. You need to know God, to have knowledge of Him, to serve, worship, and be blessed by Him. If you understand that, then that's what you do with it, even if it's religion. To make a difference, you still got to follow the tenets of your dogma and your commandments. And guess what? If you follow them, they work. How about that? So I'm not screaming and talking bad about it. I'm just bringing it to the right. The difference. I want you to understand that. That's all. I don't want you to understand. Religion will give you a God in the flesh, aka Jesus Christ, but you're not God in the flesh. I can't swing that way. Simple as that. I'm moving on. I can make a whole lesson on just that, but that ain't what it's about. Self knowledge, aka spiritual truth, is the best knowledge. Why? Because Bible knowledge is man's knowledge that he wants you to follow and have for a purpose and a reason. We ain't going there, but I'm trying to explain to you what you do and why I don't participate in it, because I know what it is. Okay. I don't deter you from doing it. It's going to be there. It ain't going to stop. But I know that once we start waking up and knowing ourselves, the religion part going to have a problem. It's another issue. Let's go. I say personally, give me spirituality over religion any day. That's what Reverend Ike say. Oh, I'm a big fan of Reverend Ike. That brother, he cracks me up because he used the Bible in the proper context. Way of his time. A lot of people thought he was about the money. No, it wasn't about the money. No, that brother had. He was conscious. He tells you it's all about Jesus Christ was conscious. It wasn't about nothing other than becoming like him with your consciousness. Sorry about that. That's his lesson. But yeah, that's my dude. Let me get back to mine. I know I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. I teach spiritual truth for those who want to learn. I'm not going out here with no bullhorn on the corner. I'm not broadcasting. No. You know where I am. You know what I do. You don't come here by accident. You come here to get what I'm giving. So I appreciate that. That's how I do what I do. And it's all for you. If the Bible followers would learn spiritual truths, they might give up the Bible. Why? Because truth is what's going to set you free. That Bible got you in bondage. I keep telling you that. If you believe a lie, that don't mean it ain't a lie. You just believe it. Once you get woke up to the truth, you're going to know it's a lie. And therein lies the problem with the churches today and religion that's about to get. Okay? Why? Because you've been lying. Liars have expiration dates. That's why. Get back to the lesson. I won't get personal. Now, our ancient Egyptians lived what? By their spiritual truths. And everybody that encountered them said they were the most spiritual people that they ever seen. Remember, we have records. We lived in peace and harmony for 4,000 years on our own, by ourselves, teaching others as we went. And those who we taught came back in another story. You know the story with that. But yeah, but this is what, as a people, as a spiritual concept, if we got spiritual, we would stop being religious. Simple as that. They don't go together. Why? Because one of them ain't telling the truth. Both of them ain't doing the same thing. And if they're not, you say you're getting, but I know your tactic is get me somewhere else. Spirituality takes you straight to the point. I don't need a mediator or a middleman for my salvation. We taught that too. Let me move on. Let me get back to the lesson. Where we at? Okay, now, here you go. The Bible is again, uh, what is this? Oh, excuse me. The Bible is a astrological, allegorical book of stories, mythologically included. Okay, and this is what the Bible is about. And if you understand that, it's a good read, it's a good lesson. But if you misinterpret it, misunderstand it, you're really going the wrong way. It's like the GPS that went haywire is giving you the wrong direction. You're going to follow it because you believe. Again, that word belief. When you don't know something, all you guys believe. When knowledge comes in, belief got to go. So if you want to live on belief, I take knowledge any day. That's why spirituality gives you knowledge, not relying on you believe what somebody tell you. I want you to do your own homework on what I tell you. I don't need you to just believe it. Do your own fact check. I ain't got a problem with that. With that. All right, here you go. I know religion is not to free you, but to enslave you and lead you the wrong way. Hence the well-dressed lie. They present it one way, they show you one way, but in the end, it don't get you where you supposed to want to go, which is to know thyself. Okay? Become conscious of who you are. Bible, don't. Y'all still wander around 40 years in the desert, as far as I'm concerned, because y'all still ain't made no headway. I ain't going there about that. Just a lesson. Religion compared to spirituality, gonna get smacked around. I'm gonna smack it around right now. Let's finish up now. Okay, religion, okay, don't make you spiritual. The church might have to go. Bye-bye. Why? Because once you get exposed, once they found out, once Dorothy and the Tin Man and my man found out that the Wizard of Oz was a fake, party's over. It's been 2,000 years. The Pisces era is over. The mystery is up. We're in the information age. Everybody knows now. But for those who choose to believe, knock yourself out. If you're going to take belief over facts and proof, be my guest. I tell you, the churches are losing young, enlightened people to the truth. Why? They want the truth. They don't want a bunch of BS. That's why. Oh, why young people don't want to go to church? Why church ain't recruit? Why? Because they're starting to get information contradictory to what y'all claim, and they see the people who profess being Christians how hypocritical they are. Nobody wants that. Even their kids don't follow them in church. Religion can't claim to be the teachers of spiritual truth, just religious dogma. Why is that? I don't have time to wait. I got to do my show. I'm moving on. Watch this. Now, I see in-house fighting in the well-dressed lie organization, aka religion. What is that about? I'm laughing because Gino talking about Austin, Jakes, all the mega preachers, he ripping them, but y'all using the same book. How could that be? Again, selective teaching, misunderstood concepts, and nobody know what the other one's doing, and y'all supposed to be doing the same thing. I ain't never fought or argued with a commission concept person. We all know Mayat. Mayat ain't changed. Okay, if you're gonna teach that, we all know what it is. Simple as that. So big difference. I see Christian versus Christian. If they both knew the truth, they won't. That wouldn't happen. If what you teach is the truth and they but one truth, then everybody should be on the same page. You got a religious faith that got so many denominations. Everybody professes Pentecostal and this or that, Holy Ghost, high rollers. We don't do that. That's what I'm saying. Right thinking philosophy, because it's of the truth, will be able to coexist with any kind of people, religious or otherwise. Why? I come in peace. I don't come to do no harm. I'm here to do what it is I do. I can coexist with you. What you do don't infringe on me. What I do will be the same for you. Don't have a problem with that. I'll even fellowship with you. I ain't got a problem with that. If you're doing what's good and right, I see that, then I'll hang out with you. But I'll let you know, like on the bus, like boys and men. I mean, boys in the hood. When Cuba Gooding realized, you know what? Pull over. What? Let me out. I'm getting out. When y'all get to the point, my Christian family, when y'all get to, I'm gonna say, look, let me out. I get off here. Why? I don't subscribe to that. That's all. It's all about choices. But moving on. Excuse me. Let's wrap this thing up. Spirituality is not religion. They keep saying Egyptian religion. Oh, because spirituality links you not back to God, but takes you directly to God by opening up the pineal gland and letting the transmitter that directed to God. That's what knowing thyself is all about. When you open the third eye, it's in here too, in the brain. Why? Because that's what transmits to your higher self. Another lesson. Excuse me. Now, I'm all spiritual truth living. Having the spiritual truth to live by is my right thinking philosophy. That's what carries me. That's what I live by. And it works for me. And I'm starting to see those who practice it is working for them. So I don't have a problem with what you're doing. Why should you have a problem with what I'm doing? Understand that. It's about respect. If you're going to be a right thinker, you have to practice righteous living, spiritual disciplines daily. You don't get to pick and choose when you want to be right. Do right, be right for the right reasons, and that's how you receive your blessings. That's an inside scoop. Only those who do know. Those who don't know because they don't do. Like the phrase, those who say don't know. Those who know don't say. Bingo. Watch this. I live by my spiritual disciplines when daily, not just on Sundays. No, I go fellowship with like-minded, God-minded people on Sunday. We have prayer line on Wednesday. I socialize, I fellowship with Christians. So please understand that. Good Christians, not hypocritical Christians, not Christians that I don't think are good Christians. I don't have a problem with the people that I fellowship with. If I did, I wouldn't fellowship with them. Moving on. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. I worship and praise God daily. That's my lifestyle. I live a righteous lifestyle daily. Doing that gets me blessed. So I don't have no problem with whatever somebody else do. Trust me on that one. It's personal. When I get you to understand you and him are one, it will be personal between you and him also. I have religious friends again. So I learn religious concepts so I can communicate with them without being judgmental or misinterpret or misunderstanding of what it is they're doing. I don't fight and argue with them. We can discuss. I don't know no verses. I ain't trying to learn none. That's for them to do. I ain't got a problem with that. I can take their verse and match it to my yacht philosophy or my concepts that I'm living by. So there's no difference for real. Understand that. Last one, I'm about to wrap it up again. I appreciate you tuning in. Understand it. There is a difference between spiritual and religious. I know about both. Yes. I know the difference between both. Again, I know the difference between the two. If I wasn't, and the question was asked to me, one of my students asked, if you didn't have your religious family, your church family, your pastor who you've been friends with, and would you say anything different? And he even told me, don't answer. I know my man. Trust me. Yes. Without my knowledge and understanding of the Christian people, I would be Saul. And if you understand the history, you know where I'm coming from. If not, let me tell you, Saul was a Christian persecutor before he became Paul. And sorry, religious people, I got to get this out to y'all. Every time I hear something, Paul this, Paul that, Paul this, y'all should be Paulinians. That's my man. I'm gonna give my man his credit because that's who I got it from. Paul did this. Paul said that. Paul. Y'all Paulinians, not Christians. Okay, claim you're safe. Paulinians. Just a quick joke. I hope y'all can. Hope you get a little thicker skin and take a little ribbon every now and then. But that's what it's about. I'm just joshing with you. Okay. All right. Let me wrap this up. Religion is man-made dogma of commandments that you can follow if you choose to. Again, it's a choice. But do you Christians know how y'all colonized the country? That's another lesson. That's the dark stain on Christianity. I ain't going there. My lessons is to teach, not to, bring it down. Well, watch this. Now, if you're a Christian, your dogma commandments, you to be, your dogma commands you to be what? Christ-like. Not happening. If you think Christ was God and you can't equal him, then you'll never reach that level and you'll never get the mystical experience that religion offers you, that they say, but they know you never do it. Why? Because they're tricking you. I tell you what God is. And Reverend Ike told you what God was. He told you who Jesus Christ was, how he was. Consciousness and understanding your higher self, not believing everything that's in that thing. Why? Because theologians wrote it, bishops wrote it, not him. Christ, watch this, is a concept, just like I tell you, my girl Maya, that was turned into a story, which they got again from Asar and Haru, for the praise to control, for the purpose to control their followers at that time, which was the black people. Right thing of philosophy, practice Maya philosophy, and you have to learn it. And that's just half the equation. Now you got to, once you learn it, you have to live it. Why? To prove that it works. That's the faith and the works going together simultaneously because once you do it, you get the proof. Spiritual truth that you can live by is how you free yourself from the religious, well-dressed lie of Christianity or Paulinians. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Sorry, but I had to do what I do. I'll be back. I got more. I ain't done.